Evan had always been drawn to the sound of his feet hitting the pavement. Each morning, just before dawn, when the world was wrapped in a soft, quiet darkness, he'd lace up his running shoes and head out into the chill of the early day. Running wasn't something he did for glory or accolades. It was his solace, his escape from the chaos that often swirled around him. It wasn't until his high school coach noticed his consistent improvement that anyone pointed out his potential. Evan was never the fastest kid in the school. In fact, at the start, he was often the last to finish. But what set him apart was his relentless commitment to the sport. Rain or shine, sickness or health, Evan was out there mile after mile, push after push. One icy morning, when Evan found himself half buried in his usual rhythm, his coach called him over. "There's a marathon in the spring," Coach said, eyes gleaming with encouragement. "I think you should enter." Evan was taken aback. A marathon was a challenge unlike anything he'd faced. Yet, a small spark ignited in him, a mix of fear and exhilaration. The thought of proving not just to others, but to himself, what he was capable of was enough to make him nod in agreement. From that day forward, his training took on a new intensity. He mapped out longer routes, worked on his pace, learned the importance of breathing, and listened to his body like never before. Months flew by, and the day of the marathon arrived. Evan stood among seasoned runners, nerves buzzing under his skin. As the starting gun fired, he began at his usual pace, remembering the lessons of his countless, solitary runs. This was not a sprint. It was a testament to everything he'd worked for. As miles passed, and the initial adrenaline wore off, his legs ached and his lungs burned. Yet, with every painful step, Evan kept smiling. He thought about the early mornings, the rain pelting his face, the moments when quitting seemed like the easiest thing to do. With each stride, he was shedding doubt and embracing the athlete he'd become. Finally, as he crossed the finish line, he didn't win the race, but he'd won something greater, a belief in his own perseverance. It wasn't about raw talent, but the steadfast heartbeat of determination. Evan had proved that dreams don't come easy, but with unwavering dedication, they are within reach.